Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here with another set booster box of March of the Machine. Let's go ahead and crack this thing open and see what kind of value we can find in here. Now we have done one set booster box before, however, the recording got a little bit messed up, so hopefully that doesn't happen again and we can actually go through all 30 packs that are inside of this box. So let's go ahead and pull these out. These are going to be the Japanese printed, which means the rares and mythics are going to be at the top. And I can tell that, not only because I read it on the bottom, but the packs are a little bit puffy, and that's just kind of how they do it over there. All right, so we've got our 30 packs here. Going to see 30 art cards. We'll see what the list slot does. We have seen some errors in that. But, you know, I'm sure that was just one day at the printing press, and it's not every single box. All right, so this one kicks off with an Incubator, followed by a Rona Herald of Invasion coming in as a rare showcase card. Very nice. And we are going to see a Hoarding Broodlord as a second rare. And then we're going to see Agar the Freezing Flame. We're going to see Aramixi's Slumbering Isle coming in also as a third rare. Very cool. And then we're going to see an Invasion of Kylum with a Tarkir Duneshaper, a Surge of Salvation, one uncommon, currently valued over $1. Then we get a Xerex Strobe Knight, a Volcanic Sprite, Wildwood Escort, Kithkin Billy Rider with a Swiftwater Cliffs in foil, and a non-signed art card, but it is the dramatic finale. So that is Elfsmith Smite. Very cool. Going to put our art card over here. All right, so that was actually a pretty decent pack number one. Seeing 3 rares plus an uncommon valued over $1. You can get up to 5 rares inside of these packs if your list slot is good. So we got a Magic minigame here, followed by an Oculus Whelp in foil. Then we're going to see a Galta and Maverin coming in as our rare. And a non-signed art card, but it is the Hoarding Broodlord. I was like, that looks awfully familiar. Moving into pack number 3 here, going to see a blank card, non-token token up front, followed by a red cap Heel Slasher. Then we're going to see Guardian of Geopor coming in as our rare, with a Finn the Fangbearer, followed by Captain Lannery Storm coming in as our rare from the Multiverse Legends. Very nice to see that. Then we're going to see Shali and Halar coming in as a mythic from Commander. Unfortunately, the Commander cards that you can find in set boosters, not high value. So there are a few signed art cards, or gold stamp, however you want to classify them, that are valued over $1, at least right now. We'll see if those hold. So we're going to see ourselves a Knight with a Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive coming in as a foil. Multiverse Legends. Then we're going to see an Invasion of Theros coming in as our rare. All right, looks like we might have a list hit here. We do. This is going to be Urza's Factory from Time Spiral Remastered. Not a high value, even in its original form. And then we're going to see an Invasion of Xerex coming in foil, with a Pile On as our main set rare. And we're going to see Borbigamos and Filbit coming in as a showcase mythic. Very nice to see that. There we go. Now we'll just see if I can remember where the piles are. All right, another non-token token here. Nope, sorry. That is a Spirit token. All right, Norn's Inquisitor with a Protogener Exarch coming in as our rare, with a Zerta the Dawnbringer coming in as a Multiverse Legend rare. All right, another list hit here. This is going to be an Alabaster Dragon. Very cool, from Portal. Then we're going to see a Deadly Derision in foil with a Zelfir Singer coming in as a rare, with a Modi Celebrant of Bounty, just an uncommon, with Athalia, Guardian of Thrabian, coming in as a second rare. Very nice. Next pack up, we've got ourselves a Soldier token with a Moment of Truth as a foil. And we got ourselves Elish Norn. This is currently the most valuable standard frame card in the set, valued at around $18. So very nice to see that. Very welcome. We'll go ahead and put that, well, I had a mythic pile. I don't have one anymore. So we'll go ahead and just put that over there so everybody can see that. And then we get a Rayaf Master Smith, followed by a Teferi's Talent. That's going to be a rare coming out of Commander. So very nice to see Elish Norn coming in, giving some value to the box right off the bat. We're not even through stack number 1. All right, we got ourselves a Monk token here, followed by a Searing Barb in foil with a Glistening Dawn rare, followed by Skithrix the Blight Dragon, another mythic coming in. This is going to be in the showcase treatment. Very cool to see that. Excuse me, this is going to be from the Multiverse Legends set, not showcase, but it's kind of in a showcase artwork frame here. So this is going to be valued just around $9, so another great hit. That puts us at 4 or 5 mythics so far. And a non-signed art card, but that is really cool how they did that. So this is going to be, yeah, Captain Lannery Storm, but it is just the coin half of the card. Like that. I don't think I've seen that art card before. All right, moving into our last pack in stack number 1. Got a blank card, Thunderhead Squadron in foil, with a Kolga and Yadaro coming in as a showcase card. And our first signed art card right there. That is pretty sweet. So that is, of course, going to be Luris of Dream Den. Very banned card. Not sure what the status of that is, but still very cool that that it came back in this set, and we've got ourselves a signed art version of it. All right, moving in the stack number 2 here, got ourselves another Knight token with a Portent Tracker in foil, Ayara, Widow of the Realm, coming in as our rare. Very cool. So I do want to take just a quick minute to let you all know about trollandtoad.com. So they are an online retailer of Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, and other TCGs. And I've worked out a deal with them to get you all 5% off any item that they directly sell. So that includes Magic products or, accessories for the game. So if you just enter MTG Box 5 at checkout, you'll save 5% on your purchase, and you'll support the channel. So be sure to check out trollandtoad.com. All right, so coming in off the list here, we got ourselves an opportunity, which is how I would kind of describe trollandtoad.com. They're an opportunity to save some money. Then we get a Ruins Recluse coming in foil with an Invasion of Gobakan coming in as our rare. Then we're going to see a Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive, followed by an Essence of Orthodoxy from the main set. All right, next pack up, we had a treasure token. Then we have an Aerial Boost, followed by an Archangel Elspeth. Lots of mythics coming in from this particular box. So we got Elish Norn, we got the Skitterix, we've got Archangel Elspeth here. Elspeth is only valued at around $4, but I'll take it. And then we get Luris coming in from the Multiverse Legends. Very cool. Just a rare, but I don't think I've seen Luris yet. So very curious to see how this set booster box will compare to the set booster box that we opened up previously on the channel. So you can find that out, of course, in the MTG box analysis at the end. So we got a Burning Sun's Fury in foil with a Baral and Karizev coming in as a regular rare. So kind of bummed that we only have one signed art card. I do collect them, so guess I'll have to open up more set boosters so we can get more. We are going to see a Priest of Gix coming in here off of the list. Very cool to see that. Not sure the set symbol. Looks like maybe one of the dual decks or something like that. But I'll put it on the screen for you. So we got a Herbology Instructor coming in foil with an Invasion of Karsus coming in as our rare. So the last few times we've seen coming in hot, the very next pack has something really amazing. So we'll see if that continues. I'm sure it's just pure dumb luck. All right, so we got ourselves an Elemental here with an Infected Defector, followed by Dejaru and Hezeret. Then we're going to see Jengatha the Wellspring, followed by an Invasion of Xerex, and a Tarkir Dune Shaper. Yeah, so there wasn't much coming in hot in this pack. All right, another blank one here, no token, followed by Aphira's Dispersal in foil with a Transcendent Message coming in as our rare. Then we're going to see Dina Soul Steeper as an uncommon with Liliana's Talent coming in from the Commander set as a rare. All right, so we are going to see a treasure with a Scrappy Bruiser, followed by Realm Breaker, the Invasion Tree. Very cool. And Elspeth coming in non-signed. So I believe that's one of the art cards from a signature perspective or gold stamp perspective that holds some value. So we got the Incubator Phyrexian double-sided token with a tenured oil caster. We're going to see Rona, Herald of Invasion, followed by an Inga Rune Eyes. And then we're going to see Eudora Grave Gardener coming in from the Multiverse Legends. And a second signature art card here. Very cool to see that. This is going to be Defiant Thundermaw. So thank you very much, Darren, for drawing that and signing it. Or at least authorizing them to stamp your name onto it. Here we go. We've got a nice band card here. Coalition Victory. Basically, if you control a permanent of every single color and you happen to have 8 mana, ta-da, you win the game. So that's a cool card, but I think it's definitely banned in a lot of formats. And then we are going to see a Tally Primal Conqueror coming in foil from the Multiverse. Nope, this is a showcase from the main set. So hard to tell sometimes. Very cool to see that, though. We'll take a Tally. And then we see a Valdarian Thrillseeker, followed by a Squee the Immortal. That's from the Multiverse Legends. All right, so moving into our very last stack here. I was about to open that without a pull tab. All right, so we're going to see ourselves a Monk with a Swordsworn Cavalier in foil, and Galta and Mavern coming in as a rare from, or excuse me, showcase rare from the main set, with a Timuret Chosen from Death, and right behind it there is a card stuck. There we go. We're going to see a Bright Palm Soul Awakener coming in from Commander. Mythic hit there. Not a big hit from a value perspective. In fact, the only Commander card that you can pull that's valued over $1 is going to be the Infernal Sovereign, valued at $1.07 out of a set booster pack. So that's not a slot you're really looking for. So we're at 2 signed art cards. We're at 5 list hits, maybe 6. But we're at 6 or so mythics, so hopefully we've got a few more to go here. We've got the double-sided Incubator, the Unsealed Necropolis, Nahiri's Warcrafting, followed by Baral, Chief of Compliance. So I think it was the set booster box that we pulled out the Ragavan. I think this comes from a different case, so I guess the odds have been reset. We could see it again. So we are going to see an Invasion of New Phyrexia Mythic coming in from the main set. This is going to be a pretty good invasion, valued at around $9. So that's another mythic for our pile. There we go. All right, what do we got here? We got our first non-token token, I think. Then we get an Alabaster Host Sanctifier in foil with a Breach the Multiverse. Then we're going to see Judith the Scourge Diva. We saw her in art form. Followed by a third rare, or in this case a mythic. It is Begin the Invasion coming in from Commander. I think we're down to 7 packs. Got ourselves an Incubator with an Order of the Mirror in foil. And then we're going to see Drana and Linvala coming in as our rare. With a Rona Shieldred's Faithful and Ayara First of Lochthwain coming in. Very nice artwork on that card. Big fan. All right, so now we're officially down to 5 packs. Crossing my fingers for one more big hit. We did see Elish Norn, but would love to see another. We're going to see a Crystal Carapace here in foil. And then we've got an Omnith Locust of All. Very nice to see that. Fun card to play with. It's really surprising we've only seen 2 of those in this box. Usually, I think the odds are 1 in 10. And we're opening 30 packs, so I guess you're going to see between 2 and 4. We've got ourselves a Druid's Call coming in off of the list with an Invasion of Caracas coming in as our rare in foil. Very nice. With an Invasion of Ixalan, also another rare invasion. We see a Joyful Storm Sculptor in foil with Ayara, Widow of the Realm in showcase frame. All right, 2 packs to go here. We have yet to pull on the channel one of these mysterious packs that can have 5 rares and mythics. Less than 2% of all packs will have them. So we're going to see Borbogimus Enrage coming in off of the list. So there's 1 rare and or mythic. And we broke the cycle. All right, so Shadow the Source. Second card in the pack is just going to be a foil common. And then we are going to see Kroxa and Kronos. This is going to be our second mythic of the pack. That's very cool. And then we're going to see Zada Hedron Grinder with our a triple mythic pack. Elish Norn Grand Cenobite coming in. Very cool to see that. This is going to be, let me just double check. Yeah, this is going to be a $14.85 card. Very nice. So we've got a double Elish Norn box. And we just opened a pack with 3 mythics in it. Is there anything behind it? There is, but it is just a rare. Terror of Tawashi. So that's a 4 rare / mythic pack. Very nice. And we do get a signed art card here. This is going to be Marchesa Resolute Monarch by Joshua. Thank you very much, Joshua. All right, so we got our final pack here. We just had a pretty darn good one. Let's see what this last pack has in store for us. So I think in order to get the 5 rares or mythics, your foil slot has to also be a rare or mythic. And I already saw it, but right behind this, we're going to see ourselves the first etched foil of the box. So far, I'm averaging 1 of these per set booster box. So far, they've all been uncommons. I haven't seen any rares in this slot. But just so you know, you can get etched foils inside of a set booster pack. So we've got a Rampaging Raptor as a rare with a Radatha Coalition Warlord. Then we're going to see an Invasion of Ragatha with a Harried Artisan, Gift of Completion, Phyrexian Awakening, a Halo Hopper, Halo Charge Scab, Beamtown Beatstick with a Traumatic Revelation, a Full Art Mountain, and a non-signed art card in the back. All right, so give me just a moment. I will get this mess all sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. We'll begin this MTG box analysis by comparing the cards that we saw in this box to the cards that we were eligible to pull from a set booster pack. Then we'll examine the set coverage for each of the three sets, as well as coverage by rarity. Then we'll review the current market value and break down the actual observed value for the box. Finally, we'll conclude with a summary of today's box and a comparison of this box to one that I opened previously on the channel. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box and 100 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Let's get things started by reviewing the contents of this box in comparison to the cards that we are eligible to see. Using this chart, we can see the foils that we observed from the main set in orange, the non-foils we observed in green, and the set in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we saw a variance of 13 cards, with red having 46 and green only having 33. We also saw 4 of the Jumpstart cards, along with 4 of the Showcase cards in this box. In the foil space, we saw between 3 and 6 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic, plus 1 foil Jumpstart card and 2 foil Showcase cards. From the Multiverse Legends subset, we were eligible to see 65 of the cards in either non-foil, traditional foil, or etched foil. In today's box, we saw between 3 and 5 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic in non-foil, as well as 17 multicolor cards. We also picked up 1 etched foil, as well as 1 card in traditional foil. In the Commander subset, you can see 18 different cards, which will either be rare or mythic. In today's box, we saw a total of 5 cards, 1 blue, 1 black, and 3 multicolor. Moving into coverage, from the main set, we saw 226 unique non-foil cards, giving us 67% coverage of the 337 cards we were eligible to see. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in blue, with 83% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 34 of the 337 cards, giving us just 10% coverage. This time around, our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in red with 14%. From the Multiverse Legends subset, we saw 52% of the set in non-foil. We saw 2% of the set in etched foil and 2% in traditional foil. Pivoting the coverage by rarity, from the main March of the Machine set, we saw 85% of the commons and 94% of the uncommons in non-foil. We also saw 28 rares for 34% coverage and 5 non-foil mythics for 15% coverage. In the traditional foil space, we saw 17% of the commons, 7% of the uncommons, and 3 foil rares for 4% coverage. From the Multiverse Legends subset, we saw 21 unique uncommons in the non-foil space for 53% coverage. We also saw 11 rares for 18% coverage and 2 mythics for 7% coverage. In the traditional foil space, we only saw a single uncommon for 5% coverage. Finally, in the Commander subset, we saw 2 of the 6 rares for 33% coverage and 3 of the 12 mythics for 25% coverage. And here's a recap of the rares and mythics we saw from the 3 sets. Add in the 2 rares and 1 mythic from the list, and we saw a total of 46 rares and 11 mythics in these 30 packs. Now, before we take a look at the value in today's set booster box, let's review the market value of the cards in each of the sets. This chart shows all the cards from the main March of the Machine set using non-foil market prices as of May 1st, 2023. From a set booster pack, you can pull 12 different cards valued over $10. The top 5 are going to be the Standard Frame Eurobrask, valued at $15.32, the Showcase Shieldred, valued at $16.17, the Showcase Elish Norn at $16.59, and then the Standard Frame Shieldred and Elish Norn, valued at $17.89 and $18.21, respectively. The set also features 11 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 29 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 285 cards from the main set are currently valued under $1. If you were to add up the non-foil market prices of all 337 cards, you'd be looking at a grand total of $358.93 in value. And now let's take a look at the actual value that we saw from the main set in non-foil. We only saw 1 of the 12 cards valued over $10, but it was the most valuable, the Standard Frame Elish Norn, valued at $18.21. We also saw 1 card valued between $5 and $10, and 7 non-foils valued between $1 and $5. The other 273 non-foils from the main set that we saw are currently valued less than $1. In the traditional foil space, we didn't see any of the big hitters or even any of the medium hitters. We only saw 2 foils valued between $1 and $5. The other 32 foils from the main set that we saw are currently valued less than $1. Now let's take a look at the value of the Multiverse Legends subset. This chart shows all the cards from the subset that you can pull from a set booster box using non-foil market prices as of May 1st, 2023. The set features 8 cards valued over $10, and 5 of them are going to be etched foils, which appear to be really hard to pull from these boxes. And 3 of the top 4 cards are going to be etched foil. First up is going to be the Elish Norn Grand Cenobite, valued at $22.60 in etched foil. Then you have the Atraxa Praetor's Voice in etched foil, valued at $26.15. And then you've got the 2 Ragavans with the standard frame, valued at $53.12, and the etched foil demanding $68.54. The subset also features 9 cards valued between $5 and $10, again with more than half being the elusive etched foils. There's also 20 cards valued between $1 and $5, and the remaining 93 cards from the subset are currently valued under $1. If you were to add up the non-foil market prices of all 130 cards, you'd be looking at a grand total of $365.81. And here's a look at the actual value that we saw from the subset in today's box. We picked up one of the 8 cards valued over $10, and it was the Elish Norn Grand Cenobite, which has a current market value of $14.85. We also saw 1 card valued between $5 and $10. The remaining 37 cards from the Multiverse Legends subset that we saw are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box through a Patreon agreement for $103.67. The current market price for these boxes as of May 1st, 2023 is $120.81. Today's set booster box contained 30 packs, each with 12 cards, allowing us to see 360 cards. The 27 non-signed and 3 signed art cards have a current market value of $10.46. The 7 list cards that we saw have a value of $4.38. The 5 Commander Rares and Mythics are currently valued at $1.99. From the Multiverse Legends subset, the 26 Uncommons are currently valued at $1.21. The 11 Rares that we saw are valued at $4.20, and the 2 Mythics are valued at $24.25. Now, from the main March of the Machine set, the 21 tokens and 20 basic lands have a combined value of $8.65. The 138 commons are currently valued at $6.60, and the 122 uncommons are currently valued at $11.03. The 31 rares are valued at $25.36, and the 5 mythics are valued at $33.39. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $131.62 in market value, which is a gain of $27.95 over the price I paid, which means that this box returned 127% of my purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 8 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $67.27, which means that those 8 cards represent 51% of the total box value. Now let's compare the 2 set booster boxes that we've opened thus far on the channel. Here's a breakdown of the cards that we saw in the first box opened April 22nd, and here are the cards that we saw in today's box. The numbers on the left of the slash are the non-foil numbers, and the numbers to the right of the slash are going to be foil. This is except for the art cards, where the numbers on the left are the non-signed, and the numbers on the right are going to be the signed art cards. There is some variance between the boxes, but not a ton. The number of list cards, art cards, and even etched foils are exactly the same. From a coverage perspective, the 2 boxes are pretty similar as well, meaning that duplication between the 2 boxes was very close. Now, before I show you the value comparison, know that the values that you're going to see have all been adjusted to May 1st, 2023 market prices to ensure that we're doing a true apples-to-apples comparison. In the Commander space, today's box was slightly better with $1.99 in total value. In the list slot, the previous box was significantly better with $15.97 in total value. Today's box was better in the art cards, tokens, and basic lands. The previous box was slightly better in the common and uncommon space from the main set. The boxes were nearly identical in the main set rare category, but today's box was much better in the mythic category. From the Multiverse Legends subset, the previous box saw a tiny bit of extra value than today's box in the uncommon and rare space, but it was less than 10 cents difference between them. However, today's box did see more than twice the value in the mythic rarity. Add it all up, and today's box was better by almost $16, and if we had paid today's market price for box 1, that would have been a loss. Thank you so much for watching. I want to take a moment to give a special shout out to all of the channel members. Your support helps fund this operation and allows me to create the content that you all enjoy. If you're not yet a channel member, I invite you to consider becoming one. By joining, you'll gain early access to videos and many other perks. If you're interested in supporting the channel but don't want to become a member, there are several other ways that you can show your support. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue with the channel. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, do something amazing.